Thank you, Madam Chair. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, my contribution will focus on the way to move from theory to practice and even to best practices in order to empower the local communities to produce their offerings. So forgive me, I'm going to talk about practicalities. The first question in my view is what experience, and I emphasize the word experience, or what kind of information through it are local communities expected to produce for their guests? I would like to inverse that question. What kind of informative experience do you as guests expect from learning communities to make themselves known? We don't want to speak or to hear anything more about bricks and mortar. We expect a real experience of authoritative, substantive, and significant information about their way of being. And what does that mean? The values they treasure in their mind and in their heart while practicing their beliefs, their rituals, their myths, while planning their settlements, buildings, gardens, interiors, while practicing their craftsmanship, their social celebrations, their hosting traditions, their art, poetry, and music. And these values and their interpretation change over time, are different in different cultures, and leave their footprints in living environments. It is a story of value interpretations, changing interpretations, with their impact on the cultural landscapes. And we would be very happy if these backgrounds become foregrounds in information transfer. Second point, if we want to change attitudes, if we want to change minds, the mediators, and they are very important, need to address a few points. Firstly, which accents are you going to put in your story that effectively will make bridges between cultures? In that perspective, my experience has shown that if we focus on commonalities, on what we have as human beings in common with the others, and making differences understood, that can be an effective way towards knowledge and understanding. We also may want to diversify experience and provide we want also to diversify experience and provide, apart from intellectual entries, performative offerings such as theater, concepts, poetry, storytelling that mainly have a more impact on people's behavior and minds. And we may want to consider an online presentation of a multifaceted synthesis of all significant programs and subprograms with travel experiences tailored to different target groups, that information that can be downloaded while visiting. Finally, we will have to professionalize and market our stories to the widest possible public, and I will come back to that. Professionalize means set standards for best practice, means train actors, means appeal on technical assistance by, for instance, members of the LBT network of experts that can make things happen in situ. And finally, an evaluation system. The question is then, are we doing the right things? And are we doing things right? And we may want to try to find, apart from critical success factors that are quantitative of nature, to look for qualitative ones. I would like to end my short presentation with the why question. Why the widest possible audience? Because knowledge, understanding, and respect for for all are basic conditions for a dialogue, and above all, for a democratic debate about a sustainable kind of society, humanity that we all want. This is not anymore a question of elitist culture, but a social matter of changing mind and behavior, a shared responsibility of all. I even therefore would try to understand peaceful coexistence, not as living peacefully next to each other apart, but to a symbiosis, a term to be borrowed from biology, which includes cultural interdependence and active cross-cultural fruition. If you want to grow, you must change. If you want to change, you must know. And that is exactly what Life Beyond Tourism practice is about. Thank you very much.